If you struggle with being committed to stuff and you want to change that, stick around for this video. If you're committed to that, get out of here. This video is not for you. I work with a lot of different people and a lot of people that have open centers like me. Typically in human design, the more open centers you have in your body graph, the less consistent with that area you're going to be. So for example here, inconsistent way of thinking, inconsistent way of knowing what to think about, and inconsistent way of experiencing pressure or stress. Those inconsistent things are going to fill up with other people's stuff. So a lot of people with a lot of undefined centers, and this is my body graph right here, so a lot of inconsistency, have trouble with things like routine and discipline. And I'm here to just end that myth. Now, you might have caught it in the beginning, but I said if you have trouble with consistency and you're committed to that, leave. Because your problem is not with consistency. Obviously, if you've been not consistent at something, you're disciplined with something. You're disciplined about being inconsistent. The problem is really like knowing what's right for you. And the way that you achieve that knowing is very important because most people, most people will look to somebody else, some expert in the field. Even me, people will look to me and be like, Marco, what's the right way to handle stress? What's the right way to process my emotions? And this is inherently looking in the wrong direction. This is like a fish asking a bird, hey bird, how do you fly? Because I think I'm supposed to fly. I'm looking at you fly and I'm not able to fly. Why can't I fly? Because you're a fish. So when it comes to things like connecting with your worth or processing your emotions or tapping into your sexual creative life force or keeping yourself healthy or knowing your direction and identity, the answers for a lot of these things we're actually supposed to resource from our organs. We've got celiac ganglia, cranial nerve, we've got pelvic floor, we've got adrenals, we've got the literal spleen, the literal heart, your liver and your blood, your thyroid and parathyroid. And human design is a lot more than just some kind of surface level personality test. And to reiterate, it's not that you have trouble being consistent or disciplined. You just don't know what it feels like when something is actually working for you versus when somebody sees something and they say, oh, wow, you're looking really strong, or like, oh, you're getting smarter, you're moving up in your career. You're looking for external validation rather than the internalized feeling and the organ feeling safe, like your heart feeling safe when you run, or your adrenals feeling safe when you have to put out a lot of energy, or your adrenals feeling safe when you're not doing anything, when you're bored. And life, after all, is not about being consistent. It's about having a rhythm, an inherent rhythm. And we all have our own inherent rhythm. But until you stop looking for external validation of your rhythm, you'll always be singing songs that sound good for other people, but hurt for you to sing. Now, if you want help with this, let me know what you're dealing with, whether it's inconsistency with emotions, with thoughts, with a workout routine, whatever, and I'll pick some and I'll make some videos about how I've used human design to help myself deal with those things. Because y'all saw my chart, a lot of inconsistency. And yet, I make a lot of things happen. So let me know in the comments.